Hello everyone, Space Oyster here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age. In the last episode, we tackled the optional boss, the Hell Worm, and in today's episode, we'll be going after our next big hunt. Let's see. Kupo, you defeated the Seer? Pardon, the Shadow Seer. Alright, I forgot to turn that in. Astonishing. Never mind the how of it, Kupo. The ends justify the means. You're the pride of the clan, Kupo. To be honest, I didn't think I'd ever see you again, but I sorely underestimated you. You've rightly earned both your bounty and my congratulations. Well hunted. Yeah, not worth it. Here you defeated the Hellworm. Impressive, Kupo. I give you this with my compliments. I'm beside myself to have a member of my clan accomplish so great a feat, Kupo. So you now command 13 espers. Impressive, Kupo. Yeah, this is just generic rewards for... Anyway, our next target is the Behemoth King. Let's see, a guy down in Lowtown is the petitioner. Let's go find him. Colquhoun and Old Dallin's place. Yeah, basically we're at the point where exploring the areas is a lot more difficult than fighting anything, really. I mean, fighting all the things is tough, but when you're fighting all the enemies and they all can inflict all the status conditions simultaneously, yeah. That's when it gets to be a problem. Alright, anyway, let's go down, talk to the dude. Anyway, oh, and I've been getting a little bit more and more nervous as this Let's Play draws to a close. I've been finding less and less time to play too. Fortunately, I did get a good backlog of recordings and stuff taken care of, but still. Here we go, this guy. Have you come about the Behemoth King hunt? I was starting to think no one would pay my petition any mind. I don't have much to offer in way of bounty. I'm being upfront about that. I hope that won't stop you. What do you say? Will you go on the hunt? Thanks for hearing me out. Now, where to begin? I heard a legend at Bur Omises, a legend of an untrodden, snow-covered plain nestled deep in a treacherous wood. The legend holds that the gods sent a creature called the Behemoth King to this plain to watch over its lesser brothers. But if this plain is really untrodden, how does anyone know it exists? How could the legend be true? Is the legend no more than a fairy tale? Is this plain really untrodden? I mean to find out, once and for all. If you can find proof that the legend is true, I'll tell you how it ends. Do what you must. Only discover the truth. Yeah, so this hunt is extremely tedious. Yeah, let me start getting teleporting there, and I'll tell you all about how this hunt is completely tedious, and I absolutely hate these people for putting it in the game. Let's see. Oh, off screen, I also found a new skill. Well, actually, it was one I missed. I forgot to pick up Expose. It was in the short area where we fought the antlion hunt. It was right next to it, and I completely missed it. Hashtag I'm very observant, like totally. Anyway, we want to teleport to Giruvegan. Oh, right, we're here. Sorry, I had to reread, make sure I got everything down correctly. This way. Let's see. So this guy isn't actually in Giruvegan. Giruvegan was simply the closest location. He is actually in the Feywood. More specifically, he shows up here in the Edge of Reason, but spawning him is tedious and tiresome. You need to feel completely, and I mean completely, clear the ice field of clear sight and the Edge of Reason of every single enemy. There can be absolutely no enemies present in either of these areas for the Behemoth King to spawn. That is exactly as tedious as it sounds. So, I will see you guys in front of the Behemoth King once that's taken care of. Or maybe I'll just fast forward and do it as a montage. I don't know which, but either way, I will see you all there. Alright, we're back, and here it is. I decided to just cut ahead. Anyway, I'm here in post-commentary, so this is probably going to be a little off. But yeah, the Behemoth King is there. I think they actually nerfed it. Well, nerfed the way the encounters work, because the enemies didn't respawn as frequently as I thought they would. Like, I was expecting to have to go through the areas a couple times just to make sure everything died, but no, they stayed dead pretty quickly. So I think they definitely nerfed it. Let's see, what am I doing here? I don't even remember. Oh, probably just as spelling it. Yeah, he is a big boy. Oh, so many buffs. Anyway, the Behemoth King, I think he likes to use a lot of magic, physical attacks, and well, he's basically just a nuisance. I don't remember his exact elemental affinities. Let's see. I think he just resists all the elements. Yeah, White Breath can inflict stop, so make sure you're making sure it avoids other characters. His main gimmick, which we'll get to see in a while. Oh yeah, I try and use Wither and Expose here. I forgot that Monk learns those, so Ash can use both. Something I really wish I knew ahead of time. I wouldn't have needed to bring Fran in. But I probably shouldn't have tried Wither too, because it wasn't very necessary. This guy uses a lot of magic. And Ash seems to have a tough time using it. Maybe it just has a low success rate. Yeah, probably just a low success rate. Yeah, I was really committed to doing that. Okay. Yeah, so that new patch for Final Fantasy finally, 14 finally came out, and well, the Ritter on a Lighthouse was, I just don't like it. It wasn't very fun. I mean, it was okay-ish, just not great. I don't really know how else to put it. I just didn't like it. But it was pretty. But yeah, he put up a physical paling, so now I can only hit him with magic. I forget what I'm doing here. Oh, yeah, just having Balthier cast Bravery exclusively on himself. I think I forgot I turned on the Bravery Any as opposed to Bravery Self one. Alright, so now he's going to be immune to magic, so you have to hit him with physical attacks. So I had to change up some of Ash's stuff. And then I also, it's around here I noticed that Ash actually already has her magic stats mostly capped. I can equip her with the Whale Whisker, and she still has full magic. He's got way too much HP too, but at least he doesn't auto-kill the same way that some later bosses can. Ardor. And be very careful if you're on the PlayStation 2 copy of the game, because Ardor is one of those spells that takes a long time to cast. So if you're relying on healing magic, you can shut that down. Yeah, you just keep swapping back and forth between being immune to magic and being immune to physical attacks. So, I guess it's kind of interesting fight. I mean, I do like that he's never completely 100% immune. Yeah, not being completely immune all the time definitely adds a bit of complexity to the fight where there otherwise wouldn't be any if he just made himself completely immune. Plus, you know, the pole has the exact same shape as a staff anyway, so yeah, you don't really need to do that. But I think we just got a little more back and forth and then we're good to go. But despite my griping on Final Fantasy XIV, I actually do really enjoy this new patch. They put out a lot of interesting stuff. With Greater Barrier puts up Protect and Shell. And foolishly I try to dispel it while he's immune to magic. It's a shame that magic immunity affects Dispel too. That's a little not fun. But it does make sense, so I guess I can't be too mad about it. I guess I do like this encounter for being one of the few you can't just set up an in general gambit setup for, then just call it a day. Oh yeah, I'm using Expose to try and get around the Protect, so that way I can deal a bit more damage. And then he makes himself immune to physical attacks, which affects Technics. At least Bosch is easier, because I had enough Gambit slots to give him... Excuse me, both. Well, I should have been more careful with letting Bosch attack so often. I guess I could have had him use Siphon instead. back to physical. There we go. I just changed the Libra one. Oh. Yeah. Excuse me. Always handy. And I did read somewhere that having critical HP actually boosts your combo rate. If you're trying to do low HP with a high combo rate weapon and the Genji gloves, I would not recommend trying that out here. It would be inadvisable. Your character would be taking way too much damage and then they'd eventually just die. In fact, I just wouldn't recommend that in general because I think pretty much every enemy from this point onwards is fully capable of dealing damage every time you hit them. Or if not, then the only ones that don't are too easy at this point. Probably should have gone with Fran rather than Balthier here. That Holy Element Sword is probably not doing him too many favors. Sorry, very yawny today. Longer than I thought it would. Maybe I should have sped it up to 4x. He's at critical. We're almost there, folks. We are almost there. Probably would have been better if I'd used Mello as a sort of tankish character, since she'd be able to deal more damage magically. But I don't think she would have had the HP to survive a lot of these hits. So, you know what? Fran probably would have worked best. She knows Drain. But at this point, Drain isn't all that good, and it doesn't deal as much damage. Especially since Fran has minimal stat investment in magic. But I guess being able to try something is better than nothing. really glad I tried out the Monk plus Black Mage combo. I had a whole lot of fun having a party member using that. Most of the other job combinations I used were kind of meh. Like Archer and Knight, I didn't really get to see the Archer side of it too much. Especially after getting Ultima and Telekinesis, and I didn't even need to use the bow anymore to hit flying enemies. Spellbreaker plus Time Battle Mage worked out pretty well, but I do really wish I'd put Time Battle Mage with Knight. That really makes it a good tanky buffy job sort of thing. Tanky buffy? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. And then as for the other ones, well, I guess they turned out okay-ish. I mean, Machitist and Red Battle Mage was there. And all that fun stuff. Yay, it's finally dead. Woo, we did it. Yay, we did it. Yeah, it was around this point that I realized I had accidentally left my mic on mute. Or actually a little bit later. I turned it back on, but I think I might as well just do the rest of this as post-commentary. Maybe. I don't know. Better not. But well, actually, instead of just waiting for my own audio to kick back in, I can just go ahead and tell you guys I'll meet you back at the client and then cut ahead. So I'll see you guys there. Alright, well, anyway, here we have old Dallin's place. Let's report back to the client. The Behemoth King. You defeated it. Then the legends were true. Incredible. There was one thing I didn't tell you before you left. A friend of mine had also gone searching for proof of the legend, but he never came back. I needed to know that he hadn't thrown away his life chasing after a child's crib tale. I did say I'd tell you how the legend ended, didn't I? And when the Watcher of the Deepwood should fall, its slayer shall look to the stone-hewn worm and know joy. Though cold stone shall never stir again, a blow struck true by slayer's hand shall find warmth in the worm's elation. This is hardly enough to thank you for the trouble I put you through, but I suppose it's better than nothing. Yeah. So, the Stone Watcher he was talking about, that actually is a thing, and we can totally go to it to get a actual reward for the hunt. Although completing the hunt is its own reward, if you ask me. That's pretty much the reason why I did it. I don't really care about getting these rewards. That's a really weird mindset, to be honest. Anyway, to Mount Brr, Omises. And then we go back here, and you may have noticed this the times we've come here, but there's a rock right here that looks like a worm, or well, I should say a dragon. So, in order to get your reward from it, make sure you remove Vaughn's main hand weapon, and then you walk up to the worm's snout. It juts out ominously, ripe for the striking, and then you punch it. And then you get 50,000. Is that 50,000 or... No, it's 500,000 and the Rod of Faith. Yeah, so that guy has nothing to apologize for. That was totally worthwhile. Anyway, let's actually check it out. I don't think I unlocked it on anyone. But the Rod of Faith is a rod that inflicts faith when you hit someone with it. And it does boost magic power a bit too. I didn't know rods did that. Well, I guess if you're playing this game with a white mage as your healer and you want to simply have them heal or focus on their magical abilities, then just slap a rod on them and let them do that. Anyway, I'll go ahead and call that an episode for now. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Space Oyster, signing out.